Hi there, this is Paul Thompson at Spitfire Audio. I'm going to walk you through today the latest addition to our signature range, which is the Martyn Ware No Illegal Connections library. Martyn's a legend in the electronic music field. He's a founder member of the Human League. His first massive hit was Being Boiled, and then he left to set up Heaven 17 with Ian Craig Marsh. They had another massive hit with Temptation, although American audiences might be more familiar with the hit Let Me Go, which was played hugely on K-Rock and MTV over there. And he went on to produce, with huge success, he helped relaunch Tina Turner's career with Let's Stay Together, Private Dancer. He produced Terence Trent D'Arby, Mark Almond, Erasure, many others. And his early albums were direct precursors in many ways to the directions that hip-hop took stateside when it went electro in the early 80s. We believe the key to sampling synths is not just a good signal chain, but it's also the curatorship of the sounds. And this is a rare opportunity to share in Martyn's sonic approach, the buttons and dials that he tweaks to suit his taste and his heritage. So we get to see what he can come up with on these machines. There's fantastic synths: System 100, Roland System 100, Jupiter 8, and the Korg 700. We've also got a warped collection, which is kind of sound designed from this original material. We've got some modern interpretations, but it's largely curated to be in the spirit of Martyn's style and in how the young electronic acts of the UK inspired the likes of Africa Bambaataa with the burgeoning electro and hip-hop scene stateside New York and South Bronx. So if we start with the basses from the System 100. Now it's worth me just quickly showing you that's the DI'd version. We've got a version mic'd up from the System 100 original speakers. We've got an amped version, which is fantastic as well. We've got a chorused version, and aficionados will recognise where that comes from. We've got a spring reverb version, so there's some great stuff in here, and everything is treated through the same signal path. So you've got, if I just load some stuff at random. So we go back to the spring reverb. And it's a vintage spring that we've used there. So you can also obviously mix these, so you can have a little bit of spring to the DI. And just alter that. We can add in the chorus. You can just have the chorus version. Mix in a bit of amped. And then the mic'd version. So with going between these different options here, you can really sculpt the sound to be exactly what you want. If we go back to the DI version, let's just grab a new bass while we're talking. We've got a whole load of stuff here in the Contact FX section as well. So you can go do some different kind of chorus here, reverb there, delay, some distortion, a phaser, and any kind of combination of all of those things. And also if you right click or command click, you'll get the individual controls for each thing. So with the delay, you've got all of these controls here. You've got the yoke here as well, which you can assign different controls from down here. Low pass and high pass filters. We've got our wobble section here, portamento glide. I'll go into some of this stuff in more detail as we go along, and ADSR of course. So let's just have a listen to a few more basses. Pick some at random. Some fabulous stuff in there. So going back to the System 100, let's have a quick listen to a couple of the sound effects. Some of those classic distorted sound effects. We've got the presets, the original presets. And again, if we just quickly flick to some of these. And then if we have a quick listen to the spring. And all of these, we've called it super mono. Obviously the chorus isn't, the chorus is a stereo feed, but all of these are, you know, they're original, the real thing. Got the voice. Some interesting stuff in there. So moving on, we've got this massive folder of sequences. These will all, wait for that to load up, these will all play from your sequencer in, they're locked, tempo locked. So you've got a ton of stuff. They're recorded at a variety of different BPMs so that you can find the one that most closely matches, and then you can hear that that's still playing at the same tempo because we're at 120, but if I take it up to 160, or you know, if we really want to slow it down, so yeah, that one has slightly more artifacts than this one because this is closer. And then if we go down to the 80 BPM version, just wait for that to load up. So you've got the variety there. You just pick the one that's closest, or unless you want a slightly grungier sound, you pick the one that's closest to the tempo that you're working at, and you'll be able to use that. So just pick some sounds at random, stay at 99. So again, different sequence here. Where are we? 80 BPM, sequence 5. Wait for it to load up. And then obviously all of that stuff you just lock into the tempo of the sequencer as you go. So there's a huge folder of sequences there. We've got a couple of sustains. Kind of interesting patches. And then if we go into the synth section, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. We have a quick listen to the chorus version here. And then let's just flick through the sound. So cool stuff there. Carrying on through it. If we put on a bit of delay and reverb, stuff like that, we could pop in the chorus, have a listen to that instead. So you get the idea. Let's carry on flicking through. Glass. And again, you know, let's, I don't know, pick some random stuff here. So if we put on a bit of reverb on there, get the chorus up as well. So there's a load of great stuff in there. So that's a quick flick through the System 100 synths. If we go now into the Jupiter section, let's have a listen through these. So again, I'm just going to flick through and hack away at the keyboard, and just to give you a general idea of what we've got in this section. And again, if we want to dirty this up a little bit, we can either use our contact distortion or the amped version. And then we've got lo-fi the phaser. All kinds of crazy stuff we can do with this. Another alternate. Crazy effects. We've got our chorus up and running. Chorus. Spring. Alternate. Back to the top. Then if we have a quick look at the warped section. Oh, we haven't done drums and weird. Let's have a quick look at drums. So we've got a load of stuff in here. Some great sound effects. There's some interesting stuff here, which you might recognise from the patch name. We've got our there's a couple of. So some of this is going to be the cork stuff. We've got a whole section, all kinds of stuff in here. Another whole keyboard of that stuff as well. Some interesting sounds from here. got a whole section of resonant stuff in there. Variety of things, just play a couple more. Okay, so looking at the warped stuff, again, there's a ton of stuff in here. So I've got to, I'm not going to play through the whole thing, but we'll go through and have a look at some of them. Let's just go have a quick look at some of these. We've got, you'll see that some of them say stereo and some of them say surround. It's not, that's not like a 5.1, but these are intended as to use as front and rear. So, for example, with this sound, if you have a listen to that, and then I switch the surround version on, a bit difficult to tell in stereo, but that's an alternate treatment which is designed to lock together in a kind of four-way sound that will sound really great when you put them through the fronts and the surrounds. So you can use those, and again, with as with our other libraries, you can control click and get through to put those out of different outputs. We've got different treatments in here as well for this. Culture vulture treatments. We've got a second alternate one. And then two more. So there's some really great stuff in here, very, very creative stuff. And if we listen to the surround version, you can hear quite clearly there you've got how they might lock together. I'm playing time. And of course, if you want to switch the delay off, you know, very easy. Some great stuff in here. Some of these have mod wheel activation. You can see that controlling the low pass filter. And again, that's incredibly simple to set up yourself. You can do it just by control clicking. And I must stop. Otherwise. Anyway, you get the idea. There's a ton of stuff in here. The absolutely fabulous original stuff, and there's a whole section of basses as well. I mean, I haven't even gone into those yet. But there's all of the really, really incredible original programming here from Martyn. And then using that stuff, you've got a whole section of all kinds of sounds in here, and another section of basses there as well. So it's a real treasure trove of stuff in here. It's the first time that the System 100 has been polyphonically playable in this way as well, which is pretty exciting. So you really can make some fat sounds with this stuff. So very pleased to show you Martyn Ware's No Illegal Connections. It's from our new signature range library, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. Thank you very much for bearing with me while I play through and hack my way through on the keyboard, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.